Hey guys, this is just a short video on my journey from being liberal to being more conservative. Really all started back in the presidential election season when, that's where I had my, would you say, political awakening. Uh, Pretty much, I remember the first video I ran into that got me interested. Guess who it was? Bernie Sanders. The socialist from Vermont, the one and only. I saw a video about how he was railing on, hey, free college for everyone, free health care. The rich will pay for it. Me, I hear free. I'm like, hey, it's for me. But and I started watching a little bit more about him, and then I did get coerced by his message. I mean, like, thinking like all these rich people got money, why they not spending it on us? Give back to society, of course. And then that's when I started trying to search for him more on YouTube, and you can guess which channel I ran into talking about Bernie Sanders. You guessed it, the Young Turks. But I used to be an avid Young Turks watcher. I used to love watching Shank rip on the Republicans for even, for just being, for the stuff they're saying, saying, hey, free college doesn't work or free healthcare doesn't work. I'm like, hey, Shank, I'm with you. I was all in there. And then I hear they were openly endorsing Bernie Sanders, even though they weren't right, kind of saying it, but they were saying it because it was just constant coverage. But and then I, listened to him in the debates, and it was interesting because Bernie he wouldn't excel in the debates. He would say things that, oh yeah, I agree with this, I agree with that, but he wouldn't really show out in debates. So that kind of got me a little wavering on his side a little bit, but I was still more on his camp. Then I remember the one of the videos I watched. I think it was on Wall Street and the 1% with Peter Schiff, and he was there, literally debunking every single arguments liberals had when they did the Occupy Wall Street. I could not believe it. I'm like, my whole world was rocked right there. Because he would say, hey, it's the government's fault. When government's too big, this stuff will happen. When they get involved, this stuff happens. These banks should have just failed. But, it's like, and these people, like, I don't understand. They weren't listening to what he was saying. Then, you know, coming off of Peter Schiff and whole video that I started watching why big government sucks. You run into like some PragerU videos, but then you get the big data. That's Jamaican for the big boss. Ben Shapiro, when he melted the face off of this one chick. I remember it was one of the big videos when he was doing Q&A at colleges, and he's just completely destroyed this chick's arguments one by one. And in a way, he was just destroying my socialist arguments while he was destroying hers. So that my world would just, I was just completely shocked. And then it's pretty much a spiral from there. I started reading about what it means to be a conservative. What does conservative mean? Why does government intervention hurt more than help in most cases? And that completely just changed my mindset when it comes to looking at what the role of government truly is. And that's what completely got me out of Bernie Sanders' camp. Just watching, because all he's saying is just say, hey, let's The government's big now, but let's make it bigger. Let's just offer this and offer that. And you can see like why it doesn't make sense to say, hey, here's the money that I'm giving you now. You're giving the government, they're wasting it, and you're saying, hey, here's some more money, for you to waste. So he wants to tax us more, and say, yeah, trust me, I'm gonna be that guy. That's absolutely ridiculous. But hey, what can I say? It's good to have come out of that camp and out of that mindset. And like the icing on the cake was watching Ted Cruz debate Bernie Sanders. So that was the pinnacle. You can actually see what true capitalism is versus socialism. And at every point, Ted Cruz killed Bernie Sanders. The stuff that Ted Cruz was saying just made more sense. But Bernie, I don't know if he's not hearing it, or is this in this socialist paradise of his, thinking that, being the 1%, the 1% has this all the money, let's just tax them. What if they leave? Who are we gonna tax? And most of the time when you're saying taxing 1%, when people hear 1%, they're thinking, it's just like millionaires and billionaires, not knowing it's a joint income of $100,000 a year. But that's just kind of stuff that me watching changed my perspective on how politics and on the role of government, which actually just made me lean more conservative and in their ideals. Because when you look at what liberals or people on the left advocate for, it makes no sense. They just live in this paradise thinking that, government's the answer to everything. And in reality, they tend to make things worse more than better. But anyway, guys, this is just my video, just going through my head of how my journey was. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'd love to hear about them, and we'll just move from there. All right. Have a good day, guys. Later.